First, we'll start with data converters. We'll see what are the basics of the data converters we have. So as I have told, in most of the real world physical quantities, whatever we see are the physical quantities like voltage, current, temperature, pressure. So they all are in the analog form. Okay. And our digital computers, you can see it wants digital as the input. So the conversion is required here. From analog to digital. So ADC is required. Some may require from output from the computer. It is a digital. If you want the analog format, then you have to convert digital to analog. So that conversion and how converters are required to do this analog to digital and digital to analog conversion. So analog signal is a very real physical parameter with accuracy, but since it is been when it is transferred from or during transmission along long distances, some noise get introduced. So that has to be removed. Okay, for that they will go with this conversion. Okay, and for transmission maximum for processing, transmission and storage purpose, it is often convenient to express the variables in digital form. So they go, so we can see just one circuit showing the application where A to D and D to A conversion is done. You imagine that this is an industrial plant. Okay, and we have a sensor or transducer. What this sensor or transducer will do, it will convert one form of energy to the other. Now like any physical quantities like temperature, pressure, it will be converted to voltage or current. The sensor will do that. So that analog signal will be passed through filters. Okay, and then it will be done sample and holding. This sample and holding will allow us to convert the analog signal to digital one. Okay, when it gets converted to digital, then that digital signal is applied to the computer. So this is one conversion where what we are using here, we are using ADC. Okay, and after if you are after the computer, after doing the necessary processing of the signal, it will send a digital output. So what is the output of the computer? It is a digital one. So if you want analog, it has to be given for D to A conversion, that is DAC. Then we'll get an analog signal that can be given for the plant once again. So this is the simple block diagram where we use both A to D and D to A conversion. Next, we'll see what are the applications of A to D and D. It is nearly used. Maximum is very important application is computer. Okay. And next you can go with the digital audio recording, playback, music, video synthesis. All this you can see the clarity is more now because of this digitization only. It can be used for pulse code modulation transmission. This is for transmission of the signals. It comes in a communication. And to acquire the data, if you want to acquire the data from remote areas, you have to A to D and D to A conversion is a must. Then it is used in digital multimeter, direct digital control and DSP for digital signal processing. This conversion is a must. For image processing also, signal processing also, you have to go with A to D and D to A conversion. Then we have in microprocessor and computer, they are of same. Okay, where a processor is placed there. So these are the applications of A to D and D to A conversions. Now we'll see how this DAC look like. What is DAC? DAC is nothing but digital to analog conversion, DAC. Okay. So what it digital to analog, as the name indicates. So what is the input now? Digital digit. Okay, that is the bits are the inputs. And what is the output? Output is analog signal. So what are these bits? As you have seen, bits will have one LSB and one MSB, most significant bit and least significant bit. So you have the bits from here D1 to D7. You can represent it with B also, B1 to B7. Okay. So these are all the binary bits which are fed to the DAC and a reference voltage is given. Okay, and this DAC will convert this binary bits into analog. Analog can be current or voltage. It can be both. Okay. So the input is an n-bit binary word D and it is combined with reference voltage VR to give analog output signal. And the output of DAC can be either voltage or current. So this is the formula that they go with. So V0, that is output voltage, is nothing but a scaling factor K into full scale output voltage, that is VFS, into all these bits, that is D1 divided by 2 to the power minus 1. Okay. d1 by 2 you can write, or d1 into 2 to the power minus 1 plus d2 into 2 to the power minus 2, or it is d2 divided by 2 square, that is 4. So d1 by 2, d2 by 4, d3 by 8, like that it will go for dn by 2 power n. Okay, so this is the formula for the output voltage. Next, we'll move on with our R2R DAC. So in R2R DAC, as the name indicates, it has R resistor and 2R resistor. Two resistors are there. First, I'll show you the circuit diagram here. So this is an R2R ladder network. They call it as a network. So you can see it has R resistor. If you can take the values, now they have taken R as 10 kilo ohm. So 2R will be 20 kilo ohm. You can take R as 5 kilo ohm also. Okay. If you take R as 5 kilo ohm, then 2R will be 10 kilo ohm. Okay, so this is the R and 2R, and here you can see the bits here, B0, B1, B2, B3. So you can represent it in D0 also, B0 also. So B0, B1, B2, B3 are the 4 bits. We can go with n number of bits. Here they have taken 4 bits, and you can see that one end of this is connected to plus 5 volts and the other is connected to minus. Okay, so one is high and the other is low, and as you can see in the diagram, B2, B1 and B0 are connected to ground, that is negative. Only B3, see this is the switch, only B3 is connected to plus 5 volts. Okay, so only B3 is high, and B3 is the most significant bit and B0 is the LSB. Fine. And all the 2R networks, or it is taken for the 4 bits. You can go with n number of bits. Here we have taken example for 4 bits. And we have a op amp here, and the input, that is the plus 5 volts, is connected to the inverting terminal. That is important. It is connected to the inverting terminal, and the non-inverting terminal is grounded. And we have a feedback resistor RF that is also of 20 kilo ohm. And the output V0 is taken from the pin number 6, and the supply voltages are plus 15 and minus 15. Now we'll take one example. Okay, this is the R2R ladder network for 4 bits. So we'll see the theory part of it. So figure shows a D2A converter with R and 2R resistors, and the binary inputs can be either high. High means what? Plus 5 volts, or low, that is 0 volts. And the most significant bit is what? B3. Okay, it is assumed, this is assumption, it is connected to plus 5 volts, and all other switches are connected to ground. So when all other switches are connected to ground, so we'll apply a Thevenin's equivalent resistance to find out the equivalent resistor. Thevenin's equivalent formula will apply, which we had seen. So when all others, when you take away the supply, looking from the load, we can see that 2R and 2R are in parallel. Okay, these two resistors are in parallel, that is in series with R. Okay, and the result is in parallel to 2R, that is in series with R, that is in parallel to 2R, then that is in series with R. So when we put that into the formula, I have shown here, see 2R and 2R are in parallel. Okay, series with plus R. So when it is series, you put it as plus R. That is again in parallel with 2R. Again in series with plus R. Again in parallel with 2R, series with R. So parallel and series, when they are added together, we'll get the final equivalent, that is Thevenin's equivalent resistance are as only 2R. So 2R is nothing but 20 kilo ohm, because R we have assumed as 10 kilo ohm. Okay, so after why we are doing this, we are just seeing that only B3 bit is connected to plus 5 volts. When B3 bit is connected to plus 5 volts, the equivalent circuit, okay, the main equivalent circuit get reduced to this form. So we have only B3 which is connected to plus 5 volts, and all other resistors are made equivalent, and we got it as 2R. Okay, that is Thevenin's equivalent as 2R. And this B3 resistance which is connected, it is having again 20 kilo ohm, that also is written here, and this is the feedback resistor 20 kilo ohm. So the circuit gets reduced like this. Okay, and when we apply, so what is the formula we are going to do it? So we can see that the current through 2 are connected to plus 5 volts. Okay, when it is connected to plus 5 volts, what will be the current? Current is nothing but voltage divided by resistance. So it is 5 divided by 20 kilo ohm. The current is 0.25 milliamps. So what will be the output? Output is nothing but the feedback resistor, that is 20 kilo ohm into 0.25 milliamps. So it is 5 volts. Why this minus sign? Because it is the circuit is connected to the inverting terminal. Okay, so we'll get this minus. So the digital output, that is when B3 is high, okay, and the analog output is 5 volts, and the digital input we have given B3 high as the digital input, and we have got minus 5 volts as the analog output. Like that we can go for different combinations. I will show you the truth table here. Which combination we have seen here now? We have seen this when B3 is high. Okay. When B3 is high, that is 5, and all other bits are connected to 0, the analog output is minus 5. Okay. Like this, you can go with all these combinations. Here you can see that the LSB is B0 and MSB is B3, and whenever it is connected to plus 5 volts. Plus 5 volts represents digital 1 and 0 represents digital 0. Okay. And these are the output voltages we are getting, and the negative sign represents that it is connected to the inverting terminal of the op amp. So this formula, it can have now a generalized formula. That formula is written here. So the output voltage equation can be written as, so V0 is equal to, have taken R as common, so minus RF by R. That is the feedback resistor divided by the resistor connected to the bits, divided by all these bits, that is B3 by 2 plus B2 by 4 plus B1 by 8 plus B0 by 16. Okay. Or you can, it is right, if you can write it as 1 by 2, or you can write it as 2 power minus 1. Both are the same. So it is high when it is 1 when the supply is connected, and it is 0 when it is grounded. Now we'll go for the other combination. Now you think like B0 is connected for plus 5 volts. Now first we had seen B3, now like that B0 is connected. Only B0 is connected means it is 5 by 16 here. Okay, all others are 0. So what will be the answer? It will be minus 0.625. Only when B0 is connected. You can see here only it is 0001, it is minus 0.625. You can go with any combinations. Now you can assume like all the bits are connected to plus 5 volts. That means all the bits are high. All are 1, 5, 5, 5, 5. So when you substitute it, so when all are high means what? B3 is high, B2, B1, B0. Just write 5 by 2 plus 5 by 4 plus 5 by 8 plus 5 by 16. See here 5 represents 1. Okay, means digital 1. It is logic high. Okay, you can take it as 1 also, you can take it as 5 volts also. Better go with the 5 volts only. So when I substitute everything as 5 and calculate it, you will get the analog form of it. So the digital output, that is the digital output in form of bits, is converted to the analog voltage. Since it is connected to a inverting terminal, we have this negative sign. So you can go with all the combinations. The truth table is shown from 0 to 15, like all the bits are 0 till all the bits are high. Different output voltages are shown. So this is the R2R ladder network. Okay, which has R and 2R resistors. Here we have taken R as 10 kilo ohm. So 2R will become 20 kilo ohm. So this is the first diagram, and when only the one bit is connected, that is shown, you can go with any number of bits by using this formula. And as the number of bits increases, the circuit will become very complex here. See, for 4 bits only, the circuit is like, if you go for n number of bits, the circuit becomes very complicated. So they have gone with this integrated circuit now. Integrated circuit means the circuit is put into an IC. So this formula I have shown. As the number of binary inputs is increased beyond 4, it becomes complex. So they have gone with the integrated circuit. Okay, integrated circuit. You have one IC that is MC1408L DAC. Okay, it is it has from 5 to 12 pins. That is that are the digital inputs which are given D0 to D7. Okay, and the output is taken from the pin number 4, and the output can be the output from this DAC is current output. You can make it as voltage output by connecting a op-amp here, which converts current to voltage. That is I to V conversion is done from this op-amp, and we'll get the output as voltage. Okay, and the formula is same. V0 is equal to V reference by R reference into RF divided into all these bits, that is D0 to D7, D7 by 2, D6 by 4, it has gone to D0 by 256, because this is an 8-bit DAC. Okay, this is an 8-bit DAC, that is integrated circuit. So MC1408 is a common 8-bit monolithic D2A converter with current output. You have to remember, it is a current output that can be converted to voltage. The output is current. We can convert it to voltage by using I to V converter op-amp. And next is some basic definitions. Before going to these definitions, I will just say about this DAC here. So it is an 8-bit DAC that operates from plus or minus 5 volt supply. Okay, the supply voltage. Next, this 5 to 12 pins. Okay, pin number 5 to pin number 12, where the digital inputs are given. See, it is the DAC. The input is digital and the output is analog. And 13 and third pin are the supply connections. Okay, and 2 volt V reference is connected via 1 kilo ohm resistor for pin number 14. The reference voltage will be taken to give 2 milliamps reference current, and the resistor R15 is required to equal to R14 for temperature compensation. And the full scale output current is I0 is equal to I reference into 1 minus 1 by 2 power 8. This is the full scale output current, and full scale output voltage is I reference into RF 1 minus 1, because it is an 8-bit DAC, it is 2 power 8. And the full voltage, the full scale voltage is 10 volt minus 39 millivolts, it is 9.961 volts. And this is the formula. V0 is equal to I reference into RF divided into D1 by 2 power 1 plus D2 by 2 power 2 plus D3 by 2 power 3 to for N it is Dn by 2 power N. So this is an integrated 8-bit DAC. Next, moving to the resolution. Resolution is determined by the number of input bits of resolution means what is the smallest value it can measure. So it will tell about the LSB. So the resolution is the value of the LSB. For example, for 8-bit converter, 2 power 8 means 256 possible output levels. Therefore, its resolution is 1 part in 256. Okay, what is that LSB of that? That will tell about the resolution. So the error is normally expressed as a percentage of the full scale range. Next, this gain error is usually caused by the deviations in the feedback resistor onto the I to V converter. And the offset error, as you know, this offset error is the voltage that is already present even if the input is 0. The output of the DAC is not 0 when the binary inputs are all 0. Okay, that will tell about this offset error. And the settling time is, this is the time required for the output of the DAC to settle to plus or minus half LSB of the final value for a given digital input, that is 0 to full scale. How much time it will take to settle, that will tell about the settling time. So these are some definitions of this DAC. And D2A converters application is, it is used in microcomputer, interfacing CRT graphics, programmable power supplies, digitally controlled gain circuits, in filters, in digital filters it is used, and in all the these are the applications of digital to analog conversion, where input is digital, where some bits are given as inputs and analog is taken as output. And we have seen today analogs, we have seen R to R ladder network. Okay, and where we have seen the circuit for 4 bits, that is from B0 to B3, B0, B1, B2, B3, where B0 is LSB and B3 is the MSB. And we have seen the formula where it is applied, where whichever bit is high, we substitute, and the high is taken as plus 5 volts. So it is substituted, and we'll get the digital, we'll get the analog output for the digital input. R2R ladder network is included for your lab also.